Om Namo Namah. Sankhya Darshana Samikshanam, an overview of Sankhyam. Note by S.L. Abhyankar. In this overview is a study of the following points. What is Sankyam? What field of knowledge is detailed in Sankyam? Sankyam as a treatise of philosophy, Tattvajnanam. Sankyam is a school of philosophical thought, Textbooks for study of Sankyam. Main topics or postulates in Sankyam. 1. What is Sankyam? The Pratipadikam root word Sankhya is adjectival, Visheshanam, and hence can be of any gender, masculine, neuter, feminine. In Gita 3-3, Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam, and 5-5, Jas Sankhya Prapyate Sthanam. The word Sankhya is masculine and refers to a proponent of Sankhya philosophy. In Gita 2-39, Esha te bhita Sankhye buddhir yoge tvamam shunu, and 18-13, Sankhye krutante proktani. The word Sankhyam, neuter, refers to the Sankhya philosophy itself. Actually, by its etymology, the word Sankyam is derived either from the word Sankhyanam, that is detailing, enumerating, or from the word Sankhya, a number. Both Sankhyanam and Sankhya are from Dhatuhu Sam plus Khya. The Dhatu Sam plus Khya has prefix Upasargaha Sam, affixed to Dhatu Khya. Dhatu Khya is used in many different instances, that is, with many different shades of meanings. A word derived from Dhatu Khya is Khyati, meaning fame. So Khya means to spread information, knowledge. Indian classical music is called as Khyal, maybe because a piece is rendered in a manner of spreading. Possibly, the Hindi word khayal, meaning a thought occurring, taking shape in the mind, is also from Dhatu Khya. The prefix sam means samyak, properly, also sankalanena, comprehensively. So, sam plus khya means to present and spread knowledge properly, comprehensively. So, Sankyam means presentation of knowledge properly and comprehensively. One method of proper presentation of knowledge is enumeration, using numbers and listings. So, Sankyam means that body of knowledge which contains proper and comprehensive thoughts presented properly and comprehensively using enumeration. What field of knowledge is detailed in Sankyam? See, this shloka in Gita, Jnanam karma cha karta cha tridhaiva guna bhedatah procyate guna sankhyanai yathavat shrunuthanyapi, 18-19. Here, Sankyam is called as guna sankhyanam. One important detail in Sankyam is exploring Traigunyam, triad of characteristics, inherent to almost every other aspect or entity such as Jnanam, Karma, Karta. As is well known, the triad of characteristics, Traigunyam, is Sattvam, Rajas and Tamas. Sankyam as a treatise of philosophy, Tattvajnanam. The word philosophy comes from the Greek philo, love, and sophia, wisdom, and so is literally defined as the love of wisdom. More broadly understood, it is the study of the most basic and profound matters of human existence or the universal existence. Even in the word Tattvajnanam, that is Tattvasya Jnanam, one may note that Tattva is Tat plus Tva, that is Tva, itness of it, itness of it. Every it has its own distinctive itness. Study and knowledge of that itness of every it becomes Tattvajnana. Sankhya is a school of philosophical thought. In Indian philosophy, there are 9 schools of philosophical thought, which can be put into 2 categories. A. Those who respect knowledge in Vedas, Veda Pramanaha. There are 6 schools: Sankhya, Yoga, Nyaya, Vaisheshikam, Purvamimamsa, Uttarmimamsa, that is Vedanta or Upanishadha. Though they are all Veda Pramanaha, there are differences in terms of the subjects covered, the thoughts expressed, the postulates put forth. There are differences. In category B are Charvaka, Bauddha, Jaina, which are not Veda Pramana. In all the 9 schools, there are postulates or views, darshanam, on philosophical thought, tattvajnanam, propounded by an eminent seer. The 6 Veda Pramanaha schools are together called as Shad Darshanani. Sankhya is also called as Shanshti Tantram, a knowledge base of 60 concepts or 60 subjects within itself. See, Saptaptyam kilaye arthas tertha Krishnasya Shashti Tantrasya Sankhya Karika 72. What knowledge is there in the 70 verses or concepts of Saptati Tantram, the same knowledge is there in Shashti Tantram, the philosophy of 60 concepts. It becomes a matter of curiosity what that Saptati Tantram is. At the same time, it becomes clear that Sankhya is a knowledge base of 60 concepts. Textbooks for study of Sankhya. The main seer of Sankhya is Kapila Muni. Of course, in the school, there is a tradition of proponents and followers, Acharya Parampara. Notable among them being Asurihi, a direct disciple of Kapila Muni. Panchashikha, the first disciple of Asurihi. Panchashikha is also credited to have composed Sankhya Sutrani. Possibly what Sankhya Sutrani are available are those of Panchashikha. But Vindhyavasi is also credited to have composed Sankhya Sutrani. So one doesn't know whether what Sankhya Sutrani we have are of Panchashikha or Vindhyavasi. Ishvara Krishna, he is credited to have composed Sankhya Karikaha. Main textbooks of Sankhya are 2. 526 aphorisms, Sankhya Sutrani, attributed to Kapila Muni, and 72 Padani in Sankhya Karikaha of Ishwar Krishna. One wonders whether all the 526 aphorisms or 72 Padani in Sankhya Karikaha refer to only 60 concepts as suggested by the mention of Shashti Tantram in the epilogue of Sankhya Karika. At https://m.bharatdiscovery.org/India Sanskrit mein Sankhya. This website is in Hindi. For an exhaustive study of Sankhya Darshanam, a whole list of books in Sanskrit to be studied is given. A student should also do a comparative study of all Darshanani. A good textbook of this type is Sayana Madhaviyah Sarva Darshana Sangraha. In Gita, we find mention of 2 schools, Sankhya and Yoga. Esha te bhita Sankhya buddhir yoge tvimam shunu. Buddhya yukto ye apartha karma bandham prahasasi. 2-39. Lokesmin vividha nishtha pura prokta maya nagha. Maya prokta. I have myself narrated. Jnana yogena sankhyanam karma yogena yoginam. Also, in imam vyavasate yogam proktavan aham proktavan. 4-1. Vivasvan manave praha madurikshvaka vebravi. Here, Sri Krishna Bhagavan pronounces himself to have been the proponent of both the schools. Gita also ascribes to Uttar Mimamsa, since every Adhyaya is Upanishad. As such, Vyas Muni is regarded to be the seer of the Vedanta school. By this, Sri Krishna Bhagavan is the proponent of all the three schools, Sankhya, Yoga and Uttarmimamsa, and harmonizes them all in Gita. So Gita is the common textbook. Main topics or postulates in Sankhya. Considering Gita as the common textbook for all the three schools, Sankhya, Yoga and Uttarmimamsa, that makes it challenging to identify which statements belong to which school. For this, one should study the specific texts of the particular school and note which main topics are discussed there. Based on Shashti Tantram, as the alternative epithet of Sankhya, one should be able to enlist its 60 postulates. I propose to enlist at least a few of them, especially those that seem to be endorsed in Gita also. Postulate 1. Everything undergoes cycles of death and rebirth. Natvevaham jatunasam natvam neme janadhipaha nachaiva na bhavisyamas sarveva param. 2-12. Not that I was not there earlier, not that you were not there. These kings were not there. Not also that we shall not be there after this life. Rather, jatasya hi dhruva mrityur dhruvam janma mritasya cha. 2-27. Whatever is born shall certainly die, and whatever dies shall be reborn. Postulate 2. Everything is born of the Paramatma Tattva, which itself is indestructible. Avinashitu tadvidhyena sarvamidantatam vinashamavyasyasya na kaschit kartum arhati. 2-17. Know that fundamental which created all this is indestructible. Nobody can annihilate it. Postulate 3. Nobody can ever be devoid of action. Neha abhikramana ashosya pratyavayo na vidyate. 2-40. There will be no digression from the set sequence. There is no option either. This is also corroborated in Ishavasya. Kurvanneveha karmani jijivishekshatam samah evam tvainanyathe na karma lipyate nare. Ishavasya 2. Even if one wants to live 100 years, that can be only by doing karmani. It is like that only. There is no option. Anyatha na asti. Anyway, karma does not become a coating on the doer. Postulate 4. All actions are enacted by gunaha, that are inherent characteristics of prakriti. न कश्चित् क्षणमपि जातु तिष्ठत्य कर्मकृत् कार्यते ह्यवशः कर्म सर्वः प्रकृतिजैर्गुणैः. 3-5. No one can be not doing anything, akarmakrit, even for a moment, kshanamapi. Karma keeps happening by virtue of the characteristics inherent to prakriti, prakriti-jaihi gunaihi, characteristic gunaihi. Nobody can exercise control on that. Also, nahideya bhuta shakyam tyaktum karmanya sheshata. 18-11. Once embodied dehabhuta, it is not possible to forsake tyaktum karmani asheshataha totally. Prakriti is the causative and execution of all actions. Karya karana kartrutve hetu prakriti ruchyate. It is in the nature of things that prakriti causes karya. What is to be done? Karana, the cause or reason, and kartrutva, the doership, to become coordinated. There are such traits as karya, karana, kartrutva, or karanam, karma, karta, jnanam, jnayam, jnata, in evidence everywhere. Postulate 5. There is Traigunyam, a triad of characteristics, inherent to almost every other aspect or entity such as jnanam, karma, karta, because the triad is inherent to prakriti itself. Sattvam, rajastama iti guna prakriti sambhavaha. 14-5. The triad of characteristics, sattvam, chastity, rajas, excitement, tamas, ignorance, emanate from are inherent in Prakriti. Postulate 6. Prakriti and Purusha are the twinsome basic fundamentals of the creation and continuance of the universe. Prakritim Purushanchaiva Vidyanadi Ubhavapi. 13-20. Know thee that both Prakriti and Purusha have no beginning. No one can cite when they became operative. Postulate 7. Purusha or Ishvara is the supreme commandant. Ishvara sarvabhutanam hruddeshe junateshtati brahmayan sarvabhutani yantra rudhani maya. 18-61. Ishvara is at the heart of every being and makes them move about as if riding a car and maneuvered by unknown, unseen commands. This concept of yantra or ratha is very much corroborated in Kathopanishad also. The epithet of Dvitiyodhyaya of Gita is Sankhya Yoga. So, a study of Sankhya may have to include many Gita shlokaha, especially from Dvitiyodhyaya. Maybe it would be good to relate Gita shlokaha when studying the Sankhya Sutrani and Sankhya Karika. A couple of postulates delineated in the Sankhya Darshanam section of the Sayana Madhaviya Sarvadarshana Sangraha are: Postulate 8. All behaviors take place by four main combinations of Prakriti and its antithesis Vikruti. By binary logic, let us assign the left place in a two-digit number to Prakriti and the right place to Vikruti, and let 0 denote influence is not evident and let 1 denote influence is evident. We get 4 patterns. 0, 0. Influence is not evident either of Prakriti or of Vikruti. This is stated artha. Kaschit anubhaya. Anubhaya, not of either. 0, 1. Influence of Vikruti is evident. Artha kaschit Vikruti eva. 0 of Prakriti. No influence evident. 1, 0. Influence of Prakriti is evident. Artha kaschit Prakriti reva. Mula Prakriti reva va. 1, 1. Influence is partly of Prakriti and partly of Vikruti. Kaschit Vikruti Prakritischa. Kaschit Vikruti Prakritihicha. This delineation is based on Mula Prakriti Ravikritihi. Sankhya Karika 03. Meaning Mula Prakritihi Avikritihi. Unafflicted Prakritihi is Mula Prakriti. However, in Gita, Vikaranscha Gunanscha Vikaran Vikruti. Vidhi Prakriti Sambhavan. Vikarancha Gunancha Prakriti Sambhavan eva Vidhi. Know thee that characteristics and afflictions emanate from Prakriti only. Not Vikaraha means Vikruti, affliction. Postulate 9. Proofs only validate a statement. Proofs are of 3 types: direct, deductible, quoted in scriptures. See, Dushtam Anumanam Aptavachanam cha Sarva Pramana Siddhatvat Trividham Pramana Mishtam Prayame Siddhi Pramanadhi. Sankhya Karika 4. Drushtam, direct. Anumanam, deductible. Aptavachanam, quoted in scriptures. Cha Sarva Pramana Siddhatvat. Trividham Pramanam Ishtam. Proofs are of 3 types. Prameya Siddhi Pramanathi. Proofs only validate a statement. Prameya, statement. Siddhi, its proof. Pramanati is validated by a proof only. Postulate 10. There are 5 organs of sense. Buddhindriyani and 5 organs of action. Karmendriyani. Buddhi Indriyani Chakshusrotra Ghrana Rasatva रसनत्वगाख्यानि वाक्पाणिपादपायूपस्थाः कर्मेन्द्रियाण्याहुः उभयात्मकमंत्र उभयात्मकमत्र मनः संकल्पकम इंद्रियंच साधर्म्यात्. This is from Sankhya Karika 24 to 27. I think the tabulation below explains this succinctly. I have 4 columns: Buddhindriyani, Karmendriyani, Tattvam and Tanmatra. Buddhindriyani, organs of sense. Karmendriyani, organs of action. Tattvam, the basic element. Tanmatra, the type of signal inherent to that particular basic element. Shrotram, ears. Vak, speech. Tattvam, akash, ether. And the Tanmatra is Shabdaha, sound. The signal is a sound signal, which can of course be heard, Shrotram, and which can be generated by speech, Vak. So Karmendriyan. Vak is a Karmendriyam. Chakshuhu, eyes. Karmendriyam, Padam. Tattvam, Agnihi or Tejaha, fire or light. And Tanmatra, Rupam, that is light. The signal is a light signal, optical signal. Wow. And optical, Chakshuhu, Buddhindriyani. I am not very clear as to how Padam is called as a Karmendriya related to the Agni Tattva. Oh, it might be because Padam is from Dhatu Pad, to fall. And when the light falls, the things become manifest. So Padam, falling, instead of translating Padam as feet, the action of falling. And the action of falling, setting, happens by means of Padam, where Padam is the Karmendriya. Okay, good. Tvak, skin. Panihi, hands. And the Tattvam is Vayu, wind. And the signal is touch. Rasanam, tongue. Karmendriya is Upastham, genitals. Tattvam is Apaha, water. And the Tanmatra signal is the taste, the tingling on the tongue. That is the signal of taste. Ghranam, nose. Karmendriya is Gudaha. As such, Ghranam is both the Buddhindriya and Karmendriya. Because we get the smell, rather emitting the smell is the organ of action, Karmendriya. That is why, and emitting the smell happens primarily from Guda. Tattvam is Prithvi and Tanmatra is smell. Smell is the signal. This is also detailed in Gita. Raso hamapsu kaunteya prabhasmi shesu suryayo pranavas sarva vedeshu shabdakhe paurusham nrushu. Here I have blanked off those words for ease of correlation with the table. Rasoham apsu. Apsu, rasaha. Up is water. Rasaha, taste. That is the fourth line. Shabdakhe. That is the first line. Shabdaha. Khe, Akash. Gandha Pruthivyam. Last line. Tejaschasmi bhavasau. Second line. Shrotran chakshu sparshanancha rasanam ghranameva adhishthaya manaschayam vishayan upasevate. Now this is interesting. For ease of correlation with the table, I have blanked some words with blackish background. Manaha, the mind, is also an organ which receives the signals from buddhindriyani, processes the signals within itself and selectively transmits them to karmendriyani, organs of action. Note, in the second line of 15-9, adhishthaya manaschayam, I am a parasaha, a person, manaha adhishthaya, with mind as the central processing unit, CPU, in a computer. Vishayan upasevate, indulges in senses and actions. One may go on enlisting the postulates, and one may also be able to relate Gita shlokaha for many of the 526 Sankhya Sutrani and the 72 Sankhya Karikaha. But having enlisted as many as 10 postulates, how many? Yeah, postulates, 10 postulates. Out of the supposed number of 60, may I close the overview of Sankhya here? Shubhamastu.